Thank you, sir. Welcome, class 6. Good morning. Today we'll start our physical science class. Our chapter is force and energy. So first of all, I give you 1 minute to sit prepared with your classwork copy and pen. Be quick. I have enumerated a few definitions which you will require to memorize. So, what is rest? What is motion? What is relative motion? What is force? You can see them in the sheet I have presented. So, copy them down, read. I'll be back. So now you will be prepared to answer me when I ask questions. I'll ask these definitions and you will exactly read it out from the note you have copied just now. Be ready. Devmallo, I choose you. Answer me. What is rest?
When an object does not change its place with respect to time, it is said to be at rest.
Now, once you understand what is rest, what is motion, which is very easy, the next thing is relative motion. We understand what is motion. Anything moving, that is in motion. But what is relative motion? Relative motion comes into consideration when two bodies are moving, but with respect to each of them, one seems to be at rest. For example, when we are traveling in a train, everything we see outside the window are moving because the train is moving. But when we are sitting side by side inside the train, are we moving with respect to each other? Two people in the train seem to be at rest with respect to each other. This is called relative motion. So our next definition was what is force? Even that is very easy thing. It is the push or pull with on something that has some mass. You know what is mass? So now tell me what is force? Ritadrito, give me an answer. What is force?
Force is the strength or energy that is given to the physical action or movement.
Yes, that was correct. And that is what I have written. Force equal to mass into acceleration. Mathematically, we express force, calculate force by multiplying two things. And that is what I have written. Force equal to mass into acceleration. So, when we measure something, we use units. We did in our last class. So, when we measure force, we will also use units. Like the unit of length was centimeter, meter, kilometer. Now the unit of force. These are two new words, dyne and Newton. Look into my note. Under the heading units of force, I have written two units. One is dyne, one is Newton. So why are you asking what is Newton? Newton is a unit of force. So have you got what is Newton? Tell me. Srija, tell me what is Newton?
Newton is the unit of force and weight.
In the beginning, your simple answer will be Newton is a unit of force in the SI system. Now note this, there is a relation between Newton and dyne. In my note, you will find 1 Newton equal to 10 to the power 5 dyne. That means 10, 1 followed by 5 zeros. That is 1 lakh. That is the relation. So get that into mind. 1 Newton equal to 10 to the power 5 dyne or 1 lakh dyne. When I ask you what is the relation between Newton and dyne, you will give me exactly this answer. 1 Newton equal to 10 to the power 5 dyne. In our last class on units and measurements, we learned that systems of measurements, CGS was there. C for centimeter, G for gram, S for second. So the system which uses these three units to measure is called CGS unit. Now you are learning, so you will have to follow instructions very obediently. 10 to the power 5 and 1 to the power 5 makes a great deal of difference. So when I have written 10 to the power 5, you will say 10 to the power 5. Don't make up your definitions.
Ma'am, what is the relation between force and acceleration?
Yes, Oishiki was correct this time. Elena, go to the first page of my notes and go to the last line. You will find the relation between force and acceleration. Now, I go to the next topic. There are two types of force. Contact force. The name itself is giving the definition that we need contact between two objects for this type of force to have a definition. Contact force like friction, like push, like pull, all this we do when we touching two objects. So these are called contact forces. So we were talking about contact force and non-contact force. Look into my notes, the second page. There are three non-contact forces which are quite familiar to us. Can you read them out for me? Anybody? Very good, Uma Shankar and Sattvik. Now go to the next page. I have just sent you two sheets. You will have to copy the definitions in your classwork copy. Potential energy, kinetic energy. Before that, what is energy? You will answer exactly the definition I have supplied. Energy is the capacity to do work. Now learn, I'll give you 2 minutes and then ask you.
The energies are mechanical energy, heat energy, sound energy, light energy, electrical energy, magnetic energy, chemical energy, nuclear energy, electromagnetic energy, radiant energy, wind energy, solar energy, gravitational energy.
Very good. Now I got some appreciative answers. Next, we're going to study only the first one, number one. What is in number one? Mechanical energy. So see at the bottom of the list, I have divided mechanical energy into two divisions. What are they?
The energies are mechanical energy, sound energy, magnetic energy, thermal energy, light energy, chemical energy, electrical energy, atomic energy.
Mechanical energy is divided into two energy. They are kinetic energy and potential energy.
Now, no more the whole list. I need only the two types of mechanical energy only.
Energy is the capacity of doing work. There are many types of energy that are electric energy, magnetical energy, chemical energy, radiation energy, sound energy, solar energy, light energy, wind energy, atomic energy, and etc. etc.
Potential energy and kinetic energy.
The pronunciation is kinetic. Make a correction, everybody.
Two types of energy, two types of mechanical energy are potential energy and kinetic energy.
Two types of mechanical energy are kinetic energy and potential energy.
Now go to the definition of potential energy and kinetic energy. It's very easy. Look at the definition, write them down in your copies, and understand it as potential energy is something you hold with respect to position. And kinetic energy is the energy possessed by a moving body. So I hope you're going through the list and at every step trying to understand what type of energy is transformed into what type of energy in the incident mentioned. Go through it, understand, and since we are at the end of our class time, I'll give you a set of simple questions. You will answer them during the day. This is very important. Law of conservation of energy. I've mentioned it in just 3 lines. You will memorize those 3 lines only in this stage.
Ma'am, the heavy ball of a demolition machine is storing energy with it in held at elevated position. This stored energy is called potential energy.
I have just sent a new sheet where, look at the heading, there's an incident column and transformation of energy column. So in those incidents, what type of energy is being transformed has been listed. Go through it very carefully. I'll give you 2 minutes.